Hey everybody, how you doing? So I just finished listening to Doctor Sleep on Audible. That was my most recent audiobook I finished listening to. Of course, for those that know, it's the sequel to The Shining, and of course the sequel to the book The Shining, not the sequel to the movie. Two different things. Um, Not my favorite Stephen King story, but that's like even his best are still very good. It's the story of Danny Torrance as an adult, and of course, with all of his issues, he's become an alcoholic, and then he eventually meets another person, a little girl, a teenage girl, also very profoundly gifted in The Shining, and the but in this story we end up having the True Knot, who really is almost like this form of vampire commune or traveling group of gypsies that are interested in The Shining, but they call it steam. And so they're going around chasing these children that have The Shining to be able to eat them, take care of them, to kind of give them their energy. So a scary concept for me personally. The the villain Rose, when she is chasing Danny and the new protagonist Abra. Rose never really, I never really felt like Rose had the upper hand. Abra was always in charge, so was Danny. And so I just kind of felt like, hey, as I was listening, the fear on Rose for me never really raised like, okay, Abra is in complete danger. Um, Abra always was able to beat and take on Rose and take on the True Knot. Having said that, still an enjoyable read, still an enjoyable listen for those of us writers and for writers. I actually recommend listening to the author's note at the end of the audiobook, and maybe it's in the print version as well, where King talks about how his family members and people that have read the story before gave them ideas. And one of the things I really liked, he mentioned that his son said that Danny needed to be able to hit rock bottom as an alcoholic, but then also to be able to come out of alcoholism by the end of the story. So it was interesting that taught with his son mentioning, so, this character, Dad, really needs to hit the bottom and then come up to the top. So anyway, I would still recommend just about any Stephen King novel. Some friends have enjoyed Doctor Sleep more than The Shining. You know, Doctor Sleep was great. It's not in the pantheon of some of the best novels that I've seen from King, but that's just me. And so right now, I'll be honest, I ended up started listening to it next on Audible. So I know that I remember reading, got about a quarter of the way through that in high school. Have never seen the movies. I understand the story, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's what I've been listening to. Drop a comment with what you've been listening to. What do you recommend? And for those that know me, obviously know that I'm a children's writer. So why do I listen to Stephen King stories? Well, partially just because he's good, and also I like to learn how any good storyteller tells a story. Okay, so there's that, and so that's the connection for me. But anyway, go ahead and leave a comment on what you're listening to and what you would recommend these days. All right, thanks for listening. Have a good one.